Please be seated.
सर म्यूट कर दीजिए।
What happened? कुछ तो
सर हेलो
वही टूट गया यहाँ पे आ गए। क्या बोला?
हेलो सर।
अभी बहुत जिंदगी बाकी है दोस्त।
यार भाई क्यों गाने बजा रहा है चूतिए?
So we'll start with the poem. Which poem? Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. Yes, Utkarsh all muted. Am I audible and clear? Yeah, Utkarsh. Okay. So start with the poem, Keeping Quiet. This is what I was going to tell you. Keep quiet. Okay, I'll keep quiet. No problem for me. I've summarized this poem. Summary hogi. What is this poem all about? What is the theme of this poem? Introspection. Yes. What do you mean by introspection? तो कल तो मैं भी एब्सेंट था। मेरे रडार में हो तुम, ध्यान रखना। अभी कहाँ गए तुम्हारे पार्टनर? बाकी दो कहाँ गए तुम्हारे पार्टनर जो आसपास में रहते हैं? वो तो कोल्ड कोल्ड ही है ना, बाकी को नहीं, ओनली कोल्ड ना। दैट्स ओके, गुड। गुड इन द सेंस, ऐसा नहीं कि अच्छा है कोल्ड है, बट बेटर है, लेस सीवियर। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट दिस पोएम, कीपिंग क्वाइट बाय Pablo Neruda. I'd like to dictate a few. Some students have been asking me, sir, what is the syllabus for the upcoming Sunday test? Syllabus finalized ho gaya hai? Yes. The topics which are included in the syllabus for PT2, scheduled on 26th of September. The topics are deep water, my mother at 66, and the second poem, that is an elementary school classroom in a slum. The three topics are there in the syllabus for. So I'll start the poem very quickly. Yes. There's an obstruction to the class. So just please cooperate for the next 5 minutes. Yes. Some shifting is to be done. Please wait for 5 minutes. एंटर है कि ये स्क्रॉल से दिक्कत आती है मैम? अच्छा, ओके सर, उसमें दिक्कत। सर, so start with the poem, keeping quiet. The word meanings in front of you. So keeping quiet by Pablo Neruda. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. Counting 1 to 12 means introspection. The poet tells, let all of us from our busy schedule take out some time for introspection. And this 12 signifies the 12 marks on the clock, 12 months of the year, anything. Zodiac signs, you can take it anything. So for some time, take out from a busy life, take out some time and we'll all keep still. Still is motionless. The poet does not want any physical activity from all of us. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Face of the earth, surface of the earth. Let everybody on the surface of the earth पे एक समय ऐसा हुआ कि अर्थ के पूरे सरफेस पर कोई किसी भी भाषा में बात ना करे. Let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. 1 second. Again, a momentary pause. कुछ देर हम कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे, कुछ देर अपने हाथ भी नहीं चलाएंगे. So the poet does not want any physical activity. He does not want anybody to talk, nor he wants anybody to move the arms. The meaning of arms. Arms has two meanings. So a nice poetic device over here is that pun, P-U-N. Pun is when one word has two different meanings. Or it is used in a different way also. उसको हम बोलते हैं pun. So one arm means arms, hands, and the other arms means ammunitions, हथियार. So poet नहीं चाहता कि हम कोई हाथ और हथियार भी चलाएं. Well, these are the two things, arms and language, which can lead or which can make one spark turn into a big blast. एक जबान और हाथ ऐसी चीज है जो छोटी सी चिंगारी में धमाका कर सकती है. And not move our arms so much. So what is the poet wanting us to do? Keep quiet. He does not want, he is telling us to be inactive, but not totally inactive. Our mind should be active, but no physical activity he wants from. It would be an exotic moment, a remarkable moment, an unusual moment. एक बेहतरीन समय रहेगा सबके लिए, a striking moment. Without rush, without engines. So if the human beings won't do any physical activity, तो कोई भगदड़ नहीं रहेगी, कोई ट्रैफिक जैम नहीं रहेगा, कोई एक्सीडेंट नहीं रहेगा, कोई गाड़ियों का ट्रैफिक जाम नहीं रहेगा. If no cars, no pollution, nothing at all will be there. So it will be a great, exotic, fascinating moment for everyone. It would be an exotic moment without a rush, without engines. So without rush means no unnecessary rat race. We all are running around with time, but when momentary pause is there, कोई physical activity नहीं होगी, so there will be no rush anywhere. So what will this moment be? It will be a peaceful and a harmonious moment. चारों तरफ शांति और सन्नाटा छाया रहेगा. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. And this will be an unusual moment. एक अजीब सा माहौल रहेगा, because you can never imagine a time without any rush, without running around, without धक्का मुक्की, without traffic jam. हम ऐसा समय कभी सोच भी नहीं सकते हैं. तो जब पूरी तरह से कर्फ्यू जैसा सन्नाटा छाया रहेगा, it will be an unusual moment. और सबने उसको एक्सपीरियंस भी किया था, particularly last year, first lockdown. It was unusual, strange. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. So it will be that moment will be a strange one, but it will be an enjoyable one because everyone will be together. Now, if the human beings don't do any physical activity, तो क्या result होगा? Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. Whales means the marine creatures. The fishermen will not go and harm the marine creatures. It is we human beings who destroy the nature, who destroy the environment. But if no activity is there from the human beings, physical activity, there'll be no harm to the marine creatures also. So there'll be the ecological balance will be maintained. And the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. This is an example of self-torture. A man is gathering salt, uska kaam hai. He's making salt or taking salt from the sea water, and his hands have got injured. But uska kaam hai, he has to go on with his activity, even though his hands are injured. But if he also introspects, वो भी अगर सोचे समझदारी से कि मेरे हाथ are injured today, my hands are hurt. If I take some rest or give rest to my hands, maybe after some time I'll be able to work with double the energy. This is what the poet wants. In very simple words to understand, suppose if you are over-exhausted by your day's classes and the other daily routine, and after that also, after your dinner, you are burdened up with your homework, DPP करनी है, assignment करना है वो. You are damn tired, exhausted, पूरी तरह से हो गया, सर दर्द हो रहा है, सब कुछ हो रहा है. If you try to work, will you be able to focus or concentrate? से simple चीज भी खोपड़ी में नहीं घुसेगी. Because you are over-exerted, self-torturing. We have to complete the work, हम कर रहे हैं, but we are self-torturing. But if you introspect, just think that let me relax for some time. मैं आधा घंटा relax कर लेता हूँ. This relaxation of half an hour, I'll take it as introspection, will give you double the energy to complete your work. This is what the poet is trying to tell us. The man gathering salt, उसको अपने injured हाथ को आराम देने के लिए कुछ समय और मिलेगा. Any poetic device in hurt hands? Simple example of alliteration. Same way it goes in the earlier stanza. In a sudden strangeness. Again, the sound of S is repeated, an example of alliteration. Now, important stanza. We all human beings are engaged into some sort of wars. And the poet gives example of green wars. That is war against the environment, the nature. War with gases, poisonous, harmful gases. Pollution, for example. War with firearms, guns, cannons, nuclear war, and so on. And we also are waging one war against oneself. A hidden meaning over here. हम भी तो समय के संग एक जंग लड़ रहे हैं. And war is not the solution for everything. If the human beings introspect, they count. वो अगर सोच के realize करते हैं कि हाँ, मौत किसी भी चीज का solution नहीं है. If everybody realizes, then there'll be no war anywhere. कोई दुश्मनी, there'll be no enmity anywhere. And instead of being enemies, we all will be walking like brothers, because brotherhood will prevail. भाईचारा फैलेगा सब जगह दुश्मनी के बजाय. This is what the next stanza tells us. Those who prepare green wars is the war against the environment. Deforestation, like wars with gas. Wars with fire. Wars with fire is wars with the firearms. Victory with no survivors. And कोई भी प्रकार की लड़ाई हो, जीत तो मिलेगी किसी को. Somebody will be victorious, but there may be a time when there will be nobody to celebrate that victory. अगर यही जंग चढ़ती रही, and I think I gave an example of the terrorist activities prevailing. They keep on fighting. It's not that they will be surviving to celebrate their victory. अगर वो जीतते हैं तो ऐसे नहीं कि वो जिंदा बचेंगे अपनी जीत की खुशी मनाने के लिए. Victory with no survivors. If these war lovers also, जो लड़ाइयां लड़ते रहते हैं, अगर वो भी समझदारी दिखाए, they count to 12. Then what would happen? Would put on clean clothes. Clean clothes. They'll be walking with a clean mind. No sense of hatred. उनको कोई दुश्मनी दिमाग में नहीं रहेगी. शांत मन से चलेंगे सब. Because अगर दुश्मनी होती है, दिमाग गर्म रहता है. अगर दुश्मनी नहीं रहेगी, दिमाग शांत रहेगा. In very simple other words to understand, suppose you have a verbal argument with your friend. आपकी किसी अपने दोस्त के संग कहा सुनी होगी. आज उसने कुछ तो तड़ाक बोल दिया आपको. No doubt you will be provoked. गुस्सा आ जाएगा. आप ही घर जाके सोचोगे कि क्या करूं, मैं उसकी पूरी तरह से बैंड बजाऊं, मैं उसकी ऐसी तैसी कर दूं. दिमाग सोचता चलता रहेगा and so on. But if you introspect, सोचो कि अरे इतना पुराना दोस्त है, अगर उसने बोल दिया तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है. एड़ा है वो तो, है ना. बोलने दो उसको, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. या यू जस्ट थिंक दैट इट माइट बी योर मिस्टेक ऑल्सो. हो सकता है ना, ऐसे नहीं कि हमेशा मिस्टेक सामने वाले की होवे. इट कुड बी योर मिस्टेक ऑल्सो. दिस इज व्हाट द पोएट इज टेलिंग. इफ यू रियलाइज सच थिंग्स, देन देयर विल बी नो एनमिटी. कोई दुश्मनी नहीं रहेगा. Always their brotherhood will prevail. This is what the poet is telling all of us. Would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers. Brothers means no enemy, only brothers. सब भाई, चल भाई चाय पीने चलते हैं, चल भाई डोमिनोज पिज्जा खाने चलते हैं. Yes? तूने जो बोला रात गई बात गई, छोड़ यार, हटा सावन की घटा, छोड़ यार, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Would walk about with their brothers in a shade. Shade means in a peaceful mind. What is the work of a shade? To give us shelter, to protect us. शांति रहती है. Yes, so we'll walk about in a shade. No hatred. कोई नफरत नहीं रहेगी दिल में, दिमाग में, सिर्फ भाईचारा रहेगा. And we'll be walking like brothers peacefully, doing nothing. Doing nothing means no harmful activities. हम कोई बदले की भावना नहीं रहेगी मन में. We'll be like brothers and there'll be no enmity anywhere. हम नुकसान पहुंचाने का दिमाग में आएगा ही नहीं. So in this phase of silence, what is the poet telling us to introspect? He's telling us not to talk, not to move. So he's not telling us to be totally inactive. What he wants, there should be no physical activity. Physical activity nahi. Mental process should be on. And mental be डिस्ट्रक्टिव नहीं, प्रोडक्टिव, कंस्ट्रक्टिव. ऐसे नहीं कि आज किसी दोस्त ने एक उंगली उठाई, तुम सोचो कि अगले दिन तो मैं उसको उसकी गर्दन दबा देता हूं. ये नहीं. शांत मन से सोचो, ठीक है मैं उसको समझा दूंगा, मामला को वही शांत करता हूं. दिस इज व्हाट द पोएट वांट्स. एंड हेंस विल वॉक अबाउट विद द ब्रदर्स इन अ शेड, डूइंग नथिंग. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Now the poet कब से बोल रहा है जबान मत चलाओ, हाथ मत चलाओ. Now he tells us the seriousness, क्या बोलना चाह रहा है. He means to say that this inactivity should not be confused with total inactivity. What he wants, physical inactivity, but mental activity चलनी चाहिए. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. That is, the life should keep on moving the way it is. तकलीफ आती है, तकलीफ का सामना करने का सोचो. जिंदगी जीना मत छोड़ो. Live life. The life should go on, but with a thoughtful process. Think before you act. कुछ भी करना है, सोच के समझो और फिर उस चीज को करो. जिंदगी चलनी चाहिए. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. The meaning of truck over here is associate, relate. The poet does not want to correlate this inactivity to death. Because what is death? Death is the end of everything. पोएट ये नहीं बोल रहा हमको कि हाथ मत चलाओ, जबान मत चलाओ और सांस लेना भी बंद कर दो. वो नहीं बोला कि आप लास्ट जेट से पड़ जाओ. He wants that in this phase of silence, think of something productive. I want no truck with death because death is end of everything. Poet ये नहीं चाहता है. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving, no doubt, we all are single-minded. We all have the nearest goal in front of us. सबके अपने सपने हैं and सपने साकार करने के लिए हम सब चलते हैं. We strive to achieve our goal. This is what the poet means by single-minded. But many a times, we human beings, बिना सोचे समझे, we approach towards our goal. बिना सोचे समझे हम अपने सपने साकार करने की तरफ चले जाते हैं. This is what the poet does not want. About keeping our lives moving. And for once could do nothing. Could do nothing बोलता है. Even though if you're single-minded, you're approaching your goal. But उस approach में there should be a time when you should not do anything. Not do anything means no physical activity. Only the thoughtful activity. एक समय ऐसा आवे कि आप कोई हलचल ना मचाओ, सिर्फ आपका दिमाग चले, सोच समझ के अपना कदम बढ़ाओ. And for once could do nothing. Perhaps a huge silence. Which silence? This silence of counting 1 to 12. जो भी हमको step लेना है, count 1 to 12. Think before you take up any action. So this phase of silence might interrupt this sadness. The sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. As I have discussed earlier, whenever a person बिना सोचे समझे कोई step लेता है, चलो मुझे ये करना है. Whenever you are driving on a highway or riding a bike on the highway or cycle जो भी है, do you think that with the same speed you can move throughout? नहीं, गड्ढे आएंगे, समझदारी दिखाते हो ना. This is what is introspection. Breaker आएगा, you apply the brakes and so on, or you slow down. This is what is mean by. If you become single-minded, नहीं मुझे तो बस 5 मिनट के अंदर पहुंचना है, एक ही स्पीड से मैं जाऊंगा, ठोकर खाओगे, सिर टकराएगा, फिर पछताओगे, ये मैंने ऐसा क्यों किया, मेरी मत्ती मारी गई थी क्या. This is the sadness what the poet is talking about. Might interrupt this sadness, the sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Whenever a person takes an unthoughtful approach, बिना सोचे कुछ करेगा, कुछ समय बाद ठोकर खाएगा. He will meet failures and a time may come that he may become so frustrated, वो जिंदगी से इतना त्रस्त हो जाएगा कि उसको जिंदगी का अंत ही नजर आएगा. And then he'll try to threaten himself with death. वो अपने आप को शायद मौत को गले लगाने की कोशिश करेगा. और एक इसका कारण क्या था? उसकी नासमझी. So if you और नासमझी क्यों थी? क्योंकि उसने समझदारी दिखाई नहीं थी. He has done that work. He had taken the initiative without thinking. So poet ये बोलता है, if you think and then do any activity, maybe success थोड़ी late आएगी, but आएगी आपको, and you will never come across that time of becoming sad with life. And which sadness? The sadness of not understanding ourselves. कि बाद में नहीं पछताओगे कि अरे ये मैंने बिना सोचे समझे काम क्यों किया. So might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. So at the end, a person, this is an example of self-destruction. His thoughtless activity and then his own self-destruction. Poet को यही नहीं चाहिए. What he wants? That make a thoughtful step, thoughtful approach, and then you'll always live happily. So till now the poet is just trying to tell us that even though it's not that हमेशा सक्सेस आपके कदम चूमे, बट सपोज इफ यू फॉल्टर, अगर पिछड़ जाते हो रेस में, इट्स नॉट दैट यू स्टॉप रनिंग द रेस, थिंक दैट व्हाई, व्हाट इज माय फॉल्ट, मैं क्यों पिछड़ रहा हूं, व्हाट इज द रीजन दैट आई एम स्कोरिंग लेस मार्क्स। ठीक है, आगे वाला होशियार है, ठीक है, बट मुझे इतने कम मार्क्स हमेशा क्यों आते हैं। खुद अपनी कमजोरी को इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करो and then work out on those faults, and then you'll always emerge as a winner. So even though if you meet failures, don't become frustrated with life. ऐसे नहीं कि पहले अटेम्प्ट में हम को मार्क्स अच्छे नहीं आए या रैंक अच्छी नहीं आई, अरे मेरा तो आईआईटी होगा नहीं। yes, this is a wrong thought. Introspect, think that what was the reason कि मेरे इस सब्जेक्ट में, इस टॉपिक में इतने मार्क्स कम आए। work out on those things and so on. And this failure should not lead to frustration. आया, दुखी हो, ठीक है, दुख के समय को इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करो, दैट ऑल्सो क्वाइटली। ऐसे नहीं कि किसी पे गुस्सा दिला के, पेरेंट्स पे चिल्ला के या दोस्तों पे चिल्ला के और अपना गुस्सा शांत करो। दिस इज नॉट यू शुड डू। इनफैक्ट थिंक क्वाइटली, वर्क आउट ऑन योर मिस्टेक्स क्वाइटली, and then you'll emerge as a winner. And then in the next 3 lines, the poet gives a nice example that कैसे बुरे समय में भी we should learn something from our planet Earth. The Earth does not have the same bright season around the year. Spring is the best season. फिर winter आएगा, then other than autumn आएगा. Autumn, the beauty of the earth starts fading. पतझड़, सुंदरता धीरे धीरे कम होने लगती है. Then comes winter, that is the silence of death. The beauty of the earth is totally buried. अर्थ की सुंदरता खत्म हो गई ऐसा नजर आता है. तो अर्थ is very sad. The beauty seems to be dead, but the earth is not frustrated. The earth is quietly introspecting that मैं अपने बुरे समय को, how do I change it into the bright days again? So it is quietly nurturing itself. चुपचाप 1 to 12 काउंट करके अपने बुरे दिन को अच्छे दिन में कन्वर्ट कर रही है अंडर इट अर्थ बेड्स, सॉइल बेड्स. And when the next season comes is spring, the earth is the most brightest place to live. This is what follows in the next line. Perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. So earth का एक समय ऐसा आता है कि earth की सुंदरता is dead, but after quiet introspection, a time again comes when the earth is the most lively place to live and see. I'd like to explain these 3 lines in Hindi. I'm using the word earth, which has an English meaning and Hindi also. ध्यान से सुना, शायद मीनिंग समझ में आ जाएगा. अपनी प्लेनेट अर्थ का भी अनर्थ होता है. अपनी अर्थ का, अपनी पृथ्वी का, अपनी अर्थ का भी अनर्थ होता है. बट अर्थ के अंदर कोई हलचल नहीं होती है, लेकिन अर्थ के नीचे या अर्थ के अंदर चुपचाप एक हल है जो चलता है. सो अर्थ में कोई हलचल नहीं है, बट अर्थ के अंदर एक हल है जो चलता है. What is hull? One is solution and common literal meaning of hull, जिसे खेती होती है. तो अर्थ के अंदर कोई हलचल नहीं है. आप भी हलचल मत मचाओ, बट शांति से अपने अंदर ही अंदर एक हल चलाओ, and it will spread beauty and give you happiness. This is what you should learn from our planet Earth. So this symbol of nature, this image from nature, the poet has taken the example of earth. Now I'll count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. So poet बोलता है, now I have done my work. Now you think what to do and how to do. And now the poet goes away from there because the poet has targeted one group. तो मैंने तुमको बोल दिया है, समझा दिया है, अब तुम सोचो क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, and I'll go away from here. So this is about this poem, Keeping Quiet, written by Pablo Neruda. So what does the poet in all want? The poet wants peace, shanti, tranquility, harmony, unity, brotherhood, भाईचारा, harmony, एकता. एकता कपूर नहीं? Yes, हाँ समझ गए ना? हाँ ठीक है. Unity. This is what the poet wants. The poet wants peace, happiness, brotherhood, harmony. एक और अच्छा वर्ड है tranquility. Tranquility is again a synonym for peace. Yes, तो poet हमसे ये चाहता है, हम सबसे. This is what the poet is advocating in this particular poem. Yes. So just go through if you feel that any doubts, if you have. You can take down this also, the summary of the entire poem in short. Yes, you can take the screenshot of the field. If you want to copy, you can copy it down. So the poet visualizes a state of comfortable inertia. What is inertia? What is inertia? Come on, science students, physics. A state of rest or a state of motion. Yeah. So a body continues to be the state of rest or motion until and unless acted upon by an unbalanced या external force. Newton's first law. सही है ना? बहुत बढ़िया. So the poet visualizes a state of comfortable inertia where he wishes for pleasant idleness. What is idle? IDLE. ये Indian idol वाला नहीं है. Idle is not doing anything, but it should be a nice one, pleasant idleness. This is what the poet is saying. No physical movement and relaxation away from the rat race, destructive activities, and futile or unnecessary wars. War is not the solution to anything. He wishes profound silence. Profound is gehra, deep. That would alleviate, remove. कोई better words दिए काम आ सकते हैं. That would remove the sadness which is caused by lack of understanding and the threat of self-destruction. And if this is followed, this will build a sense of togetherness. This will bring peace, harmony, and brotherhood amongst the mankind. This is what the poet is advocating for. He is propagating for in this poem, Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. The chat is off because of some unwanted student. Idle is not doing anything. Idle is to sit idle, to not work. The poet is telling us no movement, not talking. Yeah, that is idle. हिंदी में बोलते हैं निठल्ला. But it should be a pleasant one. Not doing anything. It's nice to see some students writing. नहीं तो सब स्क्रीनशॉट वाले ज्यादा मिलते हैं. You are also writing. Wow. तुम भी लिख रहे हो. You are also writing. I thought screenshot लोगे. अच्छा. सर टीपने की आदत पड़ी है. Blind following. भेड़ चाल. This I told last time. Rat race. भेड़ चाल. Blind following. बिना सोचे समझे काम करना. तुम्हारा फ्रेंड भाग रहा है तो तुम भी भागो, पता नहीं कहां भाग रहा है वो. That way is rat race. Finished? Last तक, togetherness तक. All done? Okay. अभी एक सेकंड. Let's stop for 1 second. Huh? One second is equal to how many minutes? नहीं, 1 second is how many minutes? उसको उल्टा पूछना पड़ रहा है. Done? क्या हुआ? जोर से बोलो कि मुझे समझ आ गए. दूसरी स्लाइड. Now for a change, we shift our attention from the literature and the poem to the writing section. कुछ चेंज हो जाएगा सबके लिए. Yes. In writing section, you have short composition as well as long composition. And as for the pattern of the paper, writing section is of 8 marks. 3 for the short composition and 5 for the long composition, that is letter writing. Short composition के अंदर you have notice writing in term 1. So I'll take up something for notice writing. Exam में notice will be asked to you in the form of MCQs. But at least you should know how to write an appropriate notice. Okay, in exam, you may get a notice with some blanks, fill-ups. तो आपको आना चाहिए कि कौन सी चीज कहाँ रहेगी and so on. So I start with the notice writing. Some important points. I hope that notice everybody must have done in your earlier days. Yes, except for ICSE student. कोई ICSE का student है class में? It was notice there in your syllabus? It was there. Notice सिखाया था तुमको? Notice was there. I think till up to last 2 years, notice never used to be there in ICSE syllabus. I don't know why. Because I have taught ICSE students also. उनको notice syllabus में होता ही नहीं था. I could not understand why. So ठीक है. You all know notice, it's fine. Yes. So let's start with some points that you have to remember when you put up a notice, and these points will be helpful to you in answering the MCQs also. So let's put up some points. I put up all the points together. फिर एक चलते हैं संग. Those who want the screenshot, they can take it. Is the screen shared? Those share हो रही है ना? सही? Okay, ठीक है. So points to remember. Notice is always in a box. आप तो स्कूल में किया होगा. Notice is in a box. On the top, inside the box, the first line is always the name of the issuing authority. The name of the organization जो अपना institute who is putting up the notice. Why is notice put up? To tell कि क्या program हो चुका है या होने वाला है. It's to inform a specified group that about a particular occasion, event, or a function. So on the top always will be the name of the institution, the organization. The top. In the next line, on the left hand side, you have to write the date. And on the same line where you write the date, preferably put up the word notice in block letters. And it should be centrally aligned. I'll show you the layout also कि कैसा notice दिखना चाहिए along with some solved examples. So the word notice preferably in block letters. Now how to write the date? Number dates not allowed. Please keep in mind number dates not allowed. Now online student को शायद बेचारा दिखेगा नहीं. I don't have the slide for it, but I'll just. So number dates not allowed. For example, if today's date is 21st September 2021, don't write 21/09/2021. It's an incorrect way of writing a date. Whenever you write a date, abbreviations should not be used. Don't use SEP or SEPT for September. Don't write 21 SEPT 2021. That's an incorrect way of writing the date. The complete date should be specified. No abbreviations. DEC is not December. You might say it is December. कोई dictionary word नहीं है. I'll say it is धोखेबाज Education Center. मैं कुछ भी बना दूंगा. If you might say FEB is February, I'll say it is Faltu Education Board. Anything can be deduced. So no abbreviations. Complete month. So the simple format is date, complete month, followed by the year. This is the way the date should be written. So you can just write 21 September 2021, or if you are habitual of using the ST, ND, RD and so on. अगर आपको आदत है तो you can make it 21st, but try to see ये ST you write in the same line. You can also put the date as September 21, comma 2021. Equally correct, but September, the month should be complete. So date, तीनों चीज आनी चाहिए complete. Number dates not allowed, whether it is CBSE or RBSE. Real, it's not only for notice. Whatever you do, whether report writing करोगे आगे, letter writing करोगे, जहां भी डेट्स आती है, नंबर डेट्स नॉट अलाउड. कंप्लीट डेट should be there with the spelling of the month. Where time is concerned, in the notice, time also becomes important. So never put the time in o'clock format. Suppose something is scheduled in the evening at 6 o'clock. So don't say time 6 o'clock in the evening is incorrect. So o'clock format nahi likhoge. 24-hour format is not to be used. Where शाम के 6 बजे becomes 18 hours, 1800 hours. Don't put up time 1800 hours. Incorrect. Time should always be in the AM or the PM format. तो अगर शाम को होगा तो कौन से फॉर्मेट क्या लिखोगे, AM या PM? It will be 6 PM. Now can you tell me which one is correct? One is small PM, the other is capital PM. कौन सा आना चाहिए? Is capital incorrect? Confusion, confusion, confusion. Both the way are incorrect. Yes, it is an abbreviation and abbreviation is distinct with a full stop. ये नहीं भी करोगे but at least ये हमको ऊपर चला गया ना, इसको ऐसे कर देता हूँ. Nothing, sir. It should be distinguished with a full stop. Now which one is correct? Capital or small? Anyone with capital? I say it's capital. किसको लगता है दोनों सही हो सकते हैं? Both are equally correct. Whether you go for small p dot m dot or capital P dot m dot, दोनों equally correct है. So don't confuse yourself. Yes, coming on to the other things. Give an appropriate heading, the title, कि किस बारे में notice लिखी गई है. It should be very clear, short and brief, eye-catching. Don't make complete big sentence to tell all the students about picnic. नहीं. Enjoyable picnic. Something as a short, attractive, catchy heading title should be there. Next, clearly mention the target group, that is the audience for whom this notice is there. Class 12 के बच्चों के लिए, 10th के लिए या सभी के लिए, school के. This is to inform the students of all the school. Or this is to inform all the students of the school. Yes, सब पूरे स्कूल के बच्चों के आगे. This is to inform the students of class 12th. So a specific group. Make it very clear. Purpose of the notice. It should be specified कि किस बारे में notice लिखी है. Mention the relevant details. What, when, where. The answers to the WH question should be very clear in the notice. What is the occasion, event, when it is, or where is it? That is the date, time of the program should be specified. After the details are put up, the writer's signature or the name. Actually, we don't do the signature. We'll go for this term name. Notice पूरी हो जाएगी. Then write the name, and then below it will be the designation of the person जिसने वो notice लिखी. That will be on the bottom left hand side corner of the box. The word limit, take care, the word limit is 5050 words. Notice is always a part of short composition. Nobody actually counts because the common questions of word limit की बात होती है. The students ask, sir, is MR count होता है क्या? Sir, AN the count होता है क्या? Nobody counts each and every word. At random, a line is checked. It's just check कि okay, 9 words, 7 lines, 63 ओवर एक्सीड कर दिया. Yes, 5 lines, 45. 45 तो अब अज्यूम कर लेते हैं 45 से 48 वर्ड्स होंगे अराउंड वर्ड लिमिट. This is the way the things are actually calculated. Don't make it a long one. And the language of the notice should always be simple and formal. Don't use the word I. Notice is written in the passive voice. Don't say that I inform all the students. Looks incorrect. All the students are informed. Yeah, this is to inform the students that. This is the way the things are specified. Don't use the word me also. So don't use first person. Possible, take the notice always in the third person. भले आप लिख रहे हो notice. Don't say if for any details contact me is incorrect. Don't use it. Contact the undersigned. जो नीचे साइन कर चुका है उसको मिलो. भले आपकी सिग्नेचर है, आपका नाम है, but don't write for details contact me and then you're putting up the name. Goes incorrect. Yes. This all this which I'm telling may be not useful at this stage because MCQs will be there in your exams. But आपको थोड़ा एक पता होना चाहिए कि नोटिस कैसे लिखी जाती है. This is something about notice writing. If you have taken down the things, let me know. We'll proceed with the format of how a notice should visualize. कैसी नजर आनी चाहिए. So number dates not allowed. Please remember, abbreviated months not allowed. Complete date. September 21, 2021. उसमें तो comma becomes compulsory. Because if you don't put up a comma, then it will look as September. अजीब सा नंबर हो जाएगा. 2,10,000 something. Center. I'll show you. I'll show you. It should be centrally aligned. Notice whatever you write in about also should always be visually attractive. Not like letter what we write on the left hand side. ये center में आएगा. I'll show you ना. पूरा notice नहीं. I'll show you the things. Most of the things are there in the module as well. So you can make it quick. You can make it brisk. Brisk means quick. बोला मत कि हमारा course. So most of our writing section will be with the help of PPTs. So it will be maybe quick. अगली बार इसको कलरफुल कर दूंगा मैं. Yes, students. Finished? You can copy from him. Done? You can copy it from your friends, those who have completed. Yes, let's proceed. Okay. Notice in the box. एक last चीज लिख लेना. One more statement what I have forgot. Notice in a box. This is how your notice should look like. There is always a confusion among the students कि सर line कहाँ छोड़नी है, कहाँ नहीं छोड़नी है. I'll make it very clear. First of all, there is no rule as to where to leave a line or not to leave a line. Leaving a line is just for the sake that it should look visually attractive. सबके बीच में line मार्क छोड़ना, it will look haywire. अजीब सी लगेगी ये. I'll tell you as to where if you leave a line. I'll show you the examples also. आप realize करोगे वहाँ पे line छोड़ोगे तो थोड़ा अच्छा लगेगा. And the things are distinguished. In a box. On the top, first line in the center, preferably block letters. I'm repeating, preferably block letters, not compulsory. Write the name of the issuing authority. Name of the institute या organization आएगा, followed by the place, city, given in the exam. Next, the date. On the left hand side, complete date. I put up 21 ST 21st September 20 cross. Why I've taken cross? Every year the things keep on changing. And there's one more reason. Again, if you go through the module, you'll notice that wherever date is concerned, I've used this 20 cross. Maybe why? ऐसा नहीं कि आपको हमेशा यूज करना है, but कभी टाइम आ सकता है when you might get confused. I'll just give you an example that why this has been used 20 cross. Today is 21st September, है ना? My birthday. चलो. Suppose a notice is to be put up, something related to celebration of Teachers Day. Teachers Day कब आएगा? 14 November, 14 February, 5 September, 5th September. Suppose I tell you to write that notice now, today. Assume करो, दे नहीं रहा हूं. Yes. So always the date of putting the notice is put up, and the date of putting the notice and the date of the event or the function, right? तो इवेंट आपका है 5th सितंबर को. सो यहाँ पे क्या डेट लिखोगे? मे बी 1st September, 2nd September, यही है? Yes or no? Or you'll put up the notice on 21st September to tell that event is on 5th September. We'll provide you the time machine. उसमें बैठ के जाएंगे हम. Not possible. So यहाँ पे आप लिखोगे 1st या 2nd September, event 5th September. This you understood? Now, we are writing in 2020-21. Don't you think that you will get confused कि मैं यहाँ पे क्या लिखूं? 5th September तो जा चुका है. तो should I write 2020? 2021 conflicting लग रहा है because it's being 21st September today. Or should I write something for the next year 2022. हो गया confusion? This is the place where your mind gets confused or may get confused. Don't confuse yourself. जहां पे ऐसा कंफ्यूजन लगता है यार क्या आना चाहिए ऐसे की तैसे, put up cross. Let the examiner determine the value of x. अगर वो हमको परेशान करता है, don't get परेशान. तेरा तुझको अर्पण, क्या लागे मेरा, ले तू सोच ले, को जो लेना है लगा दे. 2020 करना है, 2022 करना है, and so on. Yes, it's not that always you use, but if you feel that you get confused, therefore I always prefer this. समझ में आ गया? Why I put up this? Then the word notice in the same line in block letters. Next, the reason, the title or the heading of the notice. Extra classes for weak students. Again, I'll repeat, line छोड़ना नहीं छोड़ना is no rule as such. But don't leave lines in between these three. छोड़ के देखना, एक बार बिना छोड़ के करना. You yourself will realize that which looks better in our own handwriting. As for the individual, the things may change. After this, leave a line over here. The body of the notice we will differentiate. इस तीन के बाद इसको संग लिखो, एक लाइन छोड़ दो. Now, what, when, where over here? Extra classes for students of class 12 who have secured less than 65% in the half-yearly exam will be organized as per the following details. Maybe till the earlier time, most of the school, I won't say some of the schools, I won't say most, some of the schools taught that write in the sentence form. जैसे I have made it distinct, मैंने इसको अलग कर दिया है in the form of invitation. वे पहले हम लिखते होंगे the classes will be from 29 September to 6th October, full stop. The timing of the class will be from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. full stop, and the duration of the class will be of 45 minutes, and it will be held in the respective classrooms. For further details, contact the undersigned. पूरा ऐसे पैराग्राफ फॉर्म में, सेंटेंस फॉर्म में you used to write. I won't say that it was an or it is an incorrect way. मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगा कि वो गलत तरीका है. Go for a better format. This format looks attractive. The things are very clear. The things are very clear. ठीक है, अभी तो आपको Is it audible now? Okay. Sorry for the interruption. Yes, we'll wind it up. The last slide. So writing in form of paragraph, better way is you put up in this way. Differentiate the date, time, venue. After that, if you feel, you can add some information related to that event, occasion. Create and put it up. This I've just added. Duration of each class will be 45 minutes. And last but not the least, you can put up for further details, contact the undersigned. यहाँ पे don't leave line anywhere in between. These three together, again I'll repeat, leaving a line or not leaving a line is no rule as such. Don't confuse yourself. ये line, sir line कहाँ छोड़नी है? Sir, should we underline? So line मारनी है नहीं मारनी वो आपके ऊपर है. कितनी line बनानी है? That is up to you. For details, contact the undersigned. Leave a line and write the name of the person who is putting up the notice. In exam, the name used to be given. Put up the name, and below that, we put up the designation of the person. The designation of the person who puts up the notice. So I'll again repeat: issuing authority, date. Date, please be careful. ऐसे नहीं कि हमेशा the day you are writing the notice वही date हमेशा लिखोगे. Many times the students have the habit of writing the date on which they are appearing for the exam. Go as per the event. For example, suppose I want to put up a notice related to the Republic Day celebration in the campus. कब आएगा Republic Day? 26th January. तो will I write today's date and यहाँ पे 26 January लिखूंगा? Looks sheer stupidity, illogical कि 4 महीने पहले किसको नोटिस याद रखी, शायद ऑर्गेनाइजर भी भूल जाएगा. So here you will put up 26 January और यहाँ पे you will put up some date of January 20, 21st, 22nd accordingly जो भी है उसके हिसाब से आपको create करना होता है. Yes, so be sensible over here. It's not that any date you can write anywhere in the notices. And then the name of the person followed by the designation of that person. Designation will be the last part where a notice is concerned. So this is the way how your notice should look like. Some solved examples for notice that will continue in the next class when we meet in the next week. This week only one class has been scheduled. So next week I'll continue with notice. And before leaving, again, the syllabus for the upcoming test. Those who have joined in late, yeah, abhi sokar jaage ho. Deep water, my mother at 66, and elementary school classroom in a slum. These three topics are there for the PT2 to be scheduled on 26th of September. Thank you all and see you again next week. Yeah. Running and entering. I'll show you.